This is parallel lines. Notice that these two lines are parallel. A lot of times you'll see like lines like that means that they're parallel. Actually, no. What you'll usually see, now that I think about it, is you'll see something like this, meaning that those are parallel. Okay, there's usually some notation on them, usually like a little caret like that, aside with like a less than or greater than sign, and it means that those two lines are parallel. Otherwise, you shouldn't assume that two lines are parallel. Okay? But if two lines are parallel, then what that means, I'm going to color code this, is you only have really two, this is called the transversal up here. It's cutting through the two parallel lines. That's a transversal. And in a transversal, you remember that this angle right here has to equal that angle because they're called what? Do you remember what they're called?
Wait,
if you have two lines that intersect, what are these two angles called across from each other? Not corresponding. Those are called vertical. And vertical angles are equal. So these angles are equal. And now these angles right here, I'm going to go ahead and erase these numbers 3 and 4 because they're getting in the way right now. This angle right here is also the same as this angle right here. Those are called corresponding. Those two angles are called corresponding angles. And also this angle right here is equal to the one across from it, obviously, because these two are vertical angles, right? So all 4 of these angles are equal to each other. This angle is vertical to the original. This angle is corresponding to the original, and this angle down here is alternate exterior to the original. So here's your original right here. Vertical is the one across from it. Corresponding is the one in the same place that corresponds to it but on the other parallel line. And alternate exteriors, because see how there's the exterior angle and this is the alternate exterior one. It's the opposite exterior one. So those angles are all equal to each other. Now let's use a different color. Let's use purple. And let's take a look at this angle. This angle right here, oops, that's not a very good color. This angle right here, what does that have to equal? If this is 140, what does that purple angle have to equal? What two? These two angles have to add up to 180. So what's that purple angle have to be?
To equal 180.
What's it have to be then?
40.
40. So that has to be 40 degrees. These two angles, by the way, are called, do you know what that's called? It's called a straight angle, and they're called supplemental angles.
180.
They're supplemental because they add up to 180, right? That's what supplemental means. Well, let's use the same properties. What do we know that this angle is right here?
40.
It's got to be 40 because it's a vertical angle, right? It's vertical to that one. And what does this angle have to be right here?
40.
40 because it's
Vertical.
corresponding to that one right there. And what does this angle have to be?
40.
It's got to be 40 because it's what? Alternating exterior to the original 40-degree angle. Got it?
Yes.
Now these two angles, by the way, right here, you might have heard the term alternate interior. That's these two. Those are alternate interior, and those are also equal to each other. So the point is that whenever you have two parallel lines with one transversal, you only have 2 angles that you have to worry about. There's only 2 angle measures. In this case, our 2 angle measures were 40 and 140, and all of the angles are either 40 or 140. All right, so that's how you do that.